Welcome to CIO Watercooler TV. My name is David Savage. Thanks for joining today's conversation. And I'm joined by Mark Petty from Littlefish. Thanks for taking the time to chat to us this morning.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So we're in London. You've come down from Birmingham today?
I have come down from the Midlands this morning, yes.
Yes, and that's where Littlefish is mainly based, correct?
Littlefish is in the East Midlands, so in Nottingham.
Right.
So yeah, that's our headquarters.
But you're West Midlands.
I'm West Midlands, I'm over in Birmingham, yeah.
Oh, well, why the East Midlands? Surely that's kind of a bit of a traitor kind of move, right?
So I wasn't the founder. The founders of the business are all Nottingham guys, so
Right.
that's why they wanted to set it up and grow and create jobs in Nottingham.
Fair
so
enough.
Can't fault that.
So who are Littlefish?
So Littlefish, we're a privately owned managed services provider.
Yep.
So typically we get involved with end user niche specialist services. So managed service desk, managed end user compute, managed infrastructure and managed cyber services. And you know, we care for over 50,000 users on 6 continents in 7 languages. And we're rapidly growing. We're about 300 people now, just opening new offices in Sheffield. And really we see ourselves as the antithesis, if you will, to what we call the usual suspects, which is the monolithic, global, multi-billion pound outsourcers. And we see ourselves as very different and delivering a world-class service.
When was the business founded, if you don't mind me asking?
So the business was actually a bedroom startup in 2003, literally a guy in his bedroom. But the current management team bought that business in 2010.
Right.
So it's really been the new Littlefish, if you will, from 2010 till today, and we've grown that from being £1 million of revenue and 20 people. This year we'll be close to £30 million of revenue and over 300, nearly 400 people.
And as you said there, you're nearly 300 people. How have you built a culture where those staff buy into the business? Because you mentioned the monolithic outsourcers. You are up against some fairly large competition. So, you know, you're going to be training up staff that could jump off to jobs in bigger firms, but obviously they stay with you and they want to stay with you for a reason. Yeah,
it's true, and it's a real great question. So in terms of culture, if you look at anything social media with Littlefish, our approach is we put our users first, put our people first, ensure that experience is great, because we know if we deliver a great experience for them, they'll deliver a great experience for the client. So it's a multifaceted approach. People matter. That's our hashtag. That's our social media hashtag. And so what we do is we invest heavily from the outset. So we pay a little bit more than those who are based around us, because we're in tech hub in Nottingham. So we pay a little bit more money. In terms of the culture, it's about making certain that we allow our people to be the best that they can be. So that's about investing in them. Not lip service, genuine investment. So everybody gets a one-to-one every month. Everybody's part of a personal development plan. We invest significant amounts of money in learning and development. But equally, if we've got people who just want to do their job, come in at 9, leave at 5:30 and be great at what they do, but not really progress, then we accommodate those people. But for those people that do want to progress, in a growing business, we have lots of outlets for them to be able to progress their careers, which is a big pull for people today. People do tend to want to get on and want to improve and do different roles, and we can offer those things. And then I guess around that, we put ourselves in the middle of city centres, so you've got fabulous locations. You come into the business, our corporate colours are orange, very vibrant. Yep. We're giving out free fruit, free drinks, subsidised vending, subsidised meals. We do lots of socials, so every quarter we'll take the whole business, or at least invite the whole business out to come and spend some time and break some bread and relax and enjoy the fruits of everybody's labour. The usual Christmas parties, a summer barbecue at the chairman's house. We do a lot of things for our people to try and make it a really enticing place to work.
The majority of those people, are they Midlands based when you hire them, or are they coming to the region? And I ask that because, I started this by saying that we're in London today. I was actually looking at house prices, and one of the areas of the country that's expected to kind of increase the most in terms of house prices is the West Midlands and then the East Midlands, far outstripping the Southeast at the minute. So I suppose there's a huge amount of growth going on there, and it sounds like there's a huge amount of technology businesses. So it'd just be interesting to kind of get a flavour of what that dynamic is in the region.
So I think that there will be many reasons why those house prices are rising. I think one of them will be HS2, which I think will actually happen, and that'll be great for connecting people outside of London. I think with regards to Littlefish themselves and Nottingham and the area, yes, of course, 80% of our people are technical specialists, they're engineers, they have to be at their desks in order to deliver the services that we're delivering to our clients. And so, of course, the hub is the office locations that we have. And at the moment, they're in Nottingham and Greater Manchester. And so we do need people locally, but we actually employ people right the way across the country, and even as far away as Brazil. America, where we've got people on site delivering desk side services, and that's the same across the UK. You know, we've got 30 or 40 people who are working from Aberdeen down to Bournemouth and everywhere in between. So, of course, that core is around the offices. I mean, we're just about to open a new office location in Sheffield. There'll be, you know, about 150 jobs created there over the next 12 months. So, significant investment by us. And of course, you know, the local regions want to get involved with organisations that are creating those jobs.
So you mentioned at the beginning about these monolithic outsourcers.
I did.
How do you disrupt the market when you're up against such large competition?
In fairness, I think the market's starting to disrupt itself. So, you know, nobody wants to continue on in these huge single-sourced outsource agreements for a number of reasons. One being cost, two being, you know, a lot of the monolithics have overpromised and underdelivered, and that's why now the market, it started really in government, central government, that's filtering through into local government, but also now in private sectors, it's that disaggregation of services. So the market started to disrupt itself, and then the way we've helped to disrupt that market, it's a bit like fracking in the shale and the gas, is getting there and mixing it up a little bit, is to deliver exceptional levels of service in the areas of service as part of that disaggregation that we're delivering. So, you know, a great example is, you know, yes, we've got revenue goals, we've got, you know, margin and EBITDA goals, but our number one organisational focus is to deliver a net promoter score of 80, which would put us somewhere in the region of the top 0.5% globally in terms of service quality. And we're already delivering a world-class, independently verifiable world-class service with a net promoter score currently across 50,000 users of 75. That differentiates in its own right from the other services that the monolithics are providing.
Look, Mark, thank you very much for sharing part of that story. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun.
We are having great fun. It's always fun when it's going really, really well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for tuning in to the CIO Water Cooler TV. If you're interested in more of the content, links should be below.